So today I was asked to do the wine corks for Debbie. Hopefully Debbie will see that I'm on here. If not, she'll catch it later. And I'm doing 2 recordings at one time because I'm trying to cross over to YouTube as well. So I'll be bouncing back and forth. So anyway, this is what we're going to make today. Okay? So this is the wine corks, and with the floral embellishments, and I put some seashells on here, and I'm going to also show you how to do the bow. Super easy peasy. Don't be intimidated. This is so easy. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to do this really quick. My videos, when you see them, I kind of give you the information you need, and then we pound through it, and then from that point on, you're on your own to be your own creative goddess. So anyway, what you're going to need: Dollar Tree. You can also get these at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and pay more for them if you want. That's fine. I get these at the Dollar Tree. They're $1, and they're 12-inch. This is a good one to build on. You can also build these forms on this as well. You can, once you do your first one, you'll be real comfortable, doing your thing. So we're going to work on one of these. We're going to get rid of this. We don't need that or that. And then we're going to, that was loud, use flowers to embellish it. Corks. Okay, now, disclaimer, these are not all mine. Well, they are because they were given to me. When you need corks, just give a shout out on Facebook to your friends and everyone out there. You will be amazed. Like, I just had a ton of corks given to me. I would be, if I drank this much wine. I don't drink that much. So anyway, and what's really cool about the wine corks too is if you get the Merlot, they have like the purple endings on them. And that just adds a little bit more bling. So we're going to use wine corks. And of course I had everything all set up, and then I didn't get my saw out. So I'm going to jump over and grab my saw in a little bit. But meanwhile, go ahead and get your stuff together. And then we're also going to use Dollar Tree. You can get these for $1. You can also buy them from Michael's, any hobby store. And you don't have to use this particular ribbon. You can use any ribbon you want. I have my glue guns warming up over here on the side for I can just bam through it. I also have like little embellishments that I just have handy dandy ready. So those are ready to go. So let's get to it. What you're going to do first is you're going to wrap with your ribbon. And a lot of you that have watched my videos know that sometimes I get things made up ahead of time. That way we can just pound through it. But this is so easy, and I really wanted to walk you through the whole process. So we're just going to wrap this. So wrap. And another thing too is if you have like little sticks, you can pick these up at the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. They have so many things that you don't have to spend big bucks for. And you can hold your glue down with this instead of your fingers. They also have, at some of them, the little fingertip covers so you don't burn the heck out of your finger. Another little trip is to have ice sitting by you when you're working with a glue gun. Because I promise you, you're going to glue your fingers probably once or twice. So what I'm going to do, I have this set up to where you can see it pretty good now. Hi Lucino, hi Kaylin, hi Christine, hey Kay. So anyway, we're just going to put a little bit of glue on here just to have it grab. And those of you that do drink a lot of wine, well then you're all set with wine corks. Anyway, so we're just going to wrap this. Super easy peasy. Do a little wrap. If you get it with the lace on it, it's kind of pretty, but you're also going to cover it. You'll see that on this one, on the back. Hi. So Debbie, this is for you, because Debbie, my son's second mom, she asked me to do a wine cork one. So what you're going to do is wrap this real quick. And I try to do my videos under 30 minutes just because we all have a life and we want to kind of get to it. I don't wave on the videos on the live Facebooks because I just give you a shout out. That way I'm not going like this to you. So, hope everyone's being safe out there with all the craziness going on between the COVID. I mean, I keep on telling everyone I should be inoculated because I grew up in Corona. But now we've got the riots going on too. So just give a shout out to the police officers out there that are out there trying to maintain the peace in the middle of all this, and our nurses, Kay, who are out there just giving their all. Just keep them in your prayers as they're young and they're picking up the torch and carrying it on for the next generation and keeping America going. So as we wrap this, you'll notice I go really fast, but you're just going to wrap. And for me, I'm not going fast enough. I want to get this done before I can show you the next step. Also, what's really kind of cool is if you go on, because I have created quite a following, sorry, my hair is in my eyes. If you go on and you like it and share my videos, that's really cool. I'm getting a lot of hits, which I'm surprised because I started doing this just out of love. I just felt like, you know, share the love, not the germs. And I've been asked to cross over to YouTube, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so we're just going to do this. And if you run out between here, don't freak out over it, because you know what, you're going to cover it up in Corks anyway, and that's where you could wrap your bow and your ribbon around it, cover it up. But we're going to have enough if you do just one. This one is 9 feet, got it at the Dollar Tree, and the wreath is a little 12-inch wreath. And we're just going to glue this down. See how it's not going to be 100% over, but that's okay because we're going to cover that up. So just give that a little squirt here. You see that? Squirting that on. And we're going to use this little tool. This is like one of those little bead tools that you put those little beads with. But I don't use anything for what it's really used for. I'll look at something and go, oh, I can use that for that. So we're going to do that. Give me a shout out too of different videos that you'd like to see, because I pretty much kind of do all kinds of different things. I'm working on a picture right now, and I couldn't take that down because it's in the drying part of it. It's going to be a huge vineyard for a friend of mine, her new home. So I have to just kind of leave it sit there, so ignore that. Okay, so we got that on. Okay, hey Pam. So see how that looks? That's kind of cute. I'm going to set this down here so we can still see it on both cameras. I'm going to grab my saw real quick. I'll be right back. This is the time to go grab a cup of coffee. Ta-da! I'm back. So here's the saw that I use, and I just get these at the hardware store. I'm one of those women that goes to the Home Depot with their husband and go, ooh, I want to shop too. So, I know. Hey Wendy. On the corks, what I did on this one is I just made V's, and I'll show you how to do that. But if you look on here, they're like scattered back and forth. So you're just going to glue them on, get this here, in a V pattern, okay? So we're going to throw some of those on there for you. Another little trick, I want to keep this where I know I'm going to put my ribbon, because I want to cover that up later. So, as you know, when I do these, I don't complete the whole thing, but I give you the concept of what to do, and then I let you go for it. So you see that? So just going to put a V, hold it for a second, and kind of think about where you're placing the corks as well, because a lot of these corks, they have some pretty cool pictures on them, as well as sayings. Like this one says, Taste a Dream. You see that, Taste a Dream? It has like the little grapes on there. See that? Wendy goes, bring them to the camera. Okay. So kind of put them on as a V. And glue guns, they dry pretty fast. So you're just gonna, I'm gonna dump some of these out. Just so I can. And like I said earlier, I didn't drink all this wine. These were given to me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But actually they were. I did a shout out on Facebook, and I had several women come through for me and say, hey, come get my corks. I was like, yay, I'm on my way. So we're just going to put them in a V. Just kind of put them on there. I don't know if this light's really helping or if it's, yep, I guess it is. So just kind of throw them on there. Okay? And then in that V, what I did is I would glue one up into that V. So it gives it like a little height. You see that? And you're going to do that all the way around. Okay? And you're going to get that effect with the V's, doing it all the way around. So just a little V, tuck the other ones in between them. They're going to make you a little crazy. They're not going to be cooperative all the time. Kind of like kids. Okay, so we're just going to slap these on super fast so I don't keep you here all day. So these little, they're so cute. I wonder what brand this is from. Just kind of hold it there a second, let it dry, and you're going to do that all the way. Look at this one, it's from Yellowtail. Those are kind of cool too. I love these ones. Okay. And then we're just going to, in between that V, put your other little cork in there. Just kind of smoosh it in there. Okay? And then when you're done, my glue guns are not cooperating with me. I need to get a cordless glue gun. That's an idea. Just go through and you can put them, like when you put them in, just kind of set them down in there. Hope you can see that. Try to set this up where you could see. Don't worry about all the strings of glue because you can peel that off later. That's just going to peel right off. It's like a good suntan. You're just going to take it off later. So you can do that all the way around. Okay? And then what I did on this one, if you notice on the inside, I ran it on the inside as well. Just to give that top of the cork a little, okay? So on that, just run it in on the inside. You can just glue this here. And usually I do my corks, I glue them one at a time because I'm just OCD that way. But you can just put them down like that too. See? And that just gives it a little more fullness and a little bit more color. And I'm putting the red end down. Okay. Try to do this here. So like I said, if you don't have corks, all you have to do is give a shout out to your friends, and I guarantee you that you will have corks donated to the cause. Okay. So I'm going to hold this just for a second before I can really dry good, before I can do the bow and show you the next step. Do 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 do. This is the patient part. So you're going to do that all the way around. Okay, it looks kind of sad right now. Look at how they're falling because they're not dried yet. So I'm going to slap some of those back on there. Slow it down a smidge. I don't do slow. If you know me, I don't do slow. But I need to get some of it down before I can show you what the next piece is. So picture in your mind that this whole wreath is done that way. Okay, we have the whole wreath done like that. That's what you're going to do. You're just going to zigzag it back and forth, fill in the little pieces. And if you want to put some dimension on that, you can cut your corks in half. See with this little, that's what I wanted the saw for. Don't cut your fingers, that's my disclaimer. But I want to show you how to do this too. So I'm going to do one. See, the little tiny corks. And you're just going to put some dimension to your wreath. You know, a little cork here, a little cork there. And also too, you know, like when you're taking your wine corks out, you get that little hole in the bottom. Use the other side of it and you won't see that hole. Okay, so you can put some dimension into it as well. And then, and you're just going to spot those through. You're not going to do the whole, every single one with that. You're just going to spot them through. Okay, and then what I did on the other wreath one that I showed you is I glued some really pretty seashells on there. So you can do that. You can embellish it. And all you're going to do is just glue it on. Okay, and you're just going to let it dry a little bit before you start going real too crazy. Glue guns dry really fast, so you can do that. And then what I'm thinking on this one is I have these really cool accents, these little beads, and I'm going to paint them purple, and then they'll look like little grapes, and then I'll spot those in too. So what I did with this, another find from Home Depot. No, I think I got this from Lowe's. Anyway, paint these purple, or if you like them blingy, you want to leave them white, you can, but I'm going to make them purple. And I'm just going to cheat here because for time's sake, and I'm just going to use my purple paint. And I'm just going to touch a couple of these just to show you how easy this will be to do. So you're just going to paint them purple. And of course I will do this better. The finished product will be finished. Hey Debbie, I was waiting for you and then I decided I better get going before the day got away. Debbie just joined us. She's the one that wanted to learn how to do these ones. So I'm just painting these purple to make them look like little grapes. Putting that to the side for right now. And I would just glue these in wherever I wanted to glue them in to accent. And what I do too, a lot of times, and if you follow my videos up to this point, I've made like 11 videos now. I was like, really? Kind of hooked. I kind of enjoy sharing. But see how if you just glue those in fact, I'm going to glue this one down just so you can see. I can always take it off later. Just kind of find a little spot for it, tuck it in there. Okay, now keep in mind I'm going to paint these purple. They're going to be little purple grapes. Hi Katie! Okay, so we're just doing this section right here, hi Monica, just for you guys can kind of get a feel for how to do it. So remember, you're going to zigzag your corks all the way around. If you don't drink wine, you don't have corks, just ask a friend. That's how I get mine. And then spot check your corks in. Do your little corks on the inside too, on some of it. You don't have to do the whole thing, just some of it. Because when you do the bow, you're going to cover that spot up anyway. And I'm going to show you how to make a really cool bow too. So doing that accent and that accent, I'm going to show you. We're going to cut this down. So when I do these little flowers, I take them all the way down where they lay flat. And sometimes I'll even take this off to make it go in there. And then never throw away your leaves because you're going to use these. Because see how sad that looks right now? It's so sad. It needs something, right? It needs some green. So we're going to lay some green in here. Lay the flower in there. And for this, I'm going to pop this off. I don't like the way that feels. So I just popped it off. But make sure when you pop that backing off, that you glue that. Otherwise, it's not going to hold together. Your flower is going to fall apart. So when you take your backing off your flower, glue your flower. Make sure you get a good dollop of glue in there, okay? But see how easy peasy that is? And don't get carried away thinking you need to decorate every single piece of your wreath. You don't. Leave some of it open for you can really see that fun part of the corks. And just kind of spot check. What I did is I used some of the littler flowers off of here. And I used the flowers that complemented the wreath. Use any color you want. See the little purple in here and the little shells? So as you take your time and you do your wreath, that's how it's going to come out. And I really like it when you guys post what you do later, because that's kind of fun for me to see what you created too. And what I'll do is on the Facebook Live, I'll post this in the comments like I do the other things that I make. So whenever I make something, it's very seldom I'll finish it because I want to get in there and show you how to do it. It's not about being a movie star. It's about me showing you how to do it for you can go play and make it. So I really do love seeing what you guys make because it's all about sharing the love and sharing, you know, I've been blessed to be able to know how to do this stuff. So I love to be able to share it with you guys. So zigzag, pop them in. Okay, you can do that all the way around. So now let me show you how to do a bow. Ask your friends for bottles too. You could do fairy lights. This is one of the fairy light bottles. See the little bow on here? This is a real simple bow. And I'm going to YouTube this one too eventually. This one is on Hallie's Little Treasures, and it's also, if you go on Facebook and you just type in my name, you're going to see all the videos I've done, and there's one on fairy lights. So, fairy lights! Anyway, back to the bow. There's two ways that you can do a bow. You can use these little tie strings that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I really, honestly, I don't use these. I use the pipe cleaners because I like to have that action with the pipe cleaners. You can tell I don't use these because I'm having a hard time with it. But you can use these when you do your mesh ribbons too. Dollar Tree, $1 for a whole bag. Different sizes. I use pipe cleaners, okay? So what you're going to do, so I had this pre-cut for I wouldn't have to get up and move and blah, blah, blah. So you're just going to make a loop. Now keep in mind that you want to have your tail end. You don't want to cut that off. So that's going to be like your little tail end, your little dangle part. See how this one dangles down? So you want to leave that. And you're just going to loop it back and forth. This one that I'm doing, 2 on each side. See how I did that? 2 loops, 2 bunny ears on each side. And see how they're hanging out? The way that you know you got this even is to fold it. So you don't have one side short and one side long. You know that your bow's going to be even. And the reason I did 2 is because actually you're going to have 4 in here. Because we did 2 ribbons. So loop it twice, back and forth, leave these ends out. You don't want to cut those off. Been there, done that. I learned how to do these with my second mom years ago when we used to do weddings back in California. She taught me how to make some really cool bows for the pews and stuff, and this always just stayed with me. So, and then all you're going to do, yeah, that was Jeannie Wendy. So, and you're just going to fluff it out. And you don't have to fluff it out until it's on your wreath. But if you want to fluff it out before, you can. Just pull it apart. Just be aggressive. Okay? Just pull it apart. And then just fluff it out. Another little trick that you can do is you can cut a piece off, tie a knot, and wrap it over here, and you would have like a little knot showing there, and that's pretty cool too. But there's your bow. And remember how I said don't worry about that? Because when you put your bow on, you're not even going to see it. Now keep in mind, I haven't really done a whole lot to this one yet because I'm showing you the techniques for you can know how to do it. And then I'm showing you the finished product because I've already got one done. That way we can just, you know, get in there and get her done. Let's see. And that's how you make a cork wreath. So, you can get your ribbon anywhere. I buy a lot of my stuff from Michael's because I teach at Michael's. I also buy it through Joann's Fabrics when they have them on clearance. And I also buy a lot from the Dollar Tree. So, there's your bow. Do it all the way around, 12-inch. I threw that one, hang on one second. I threw that one being silly and it's like, I kind of need that to show you. So, this one is a 9.8-inch wreath. I'm going to suggest that you don't go bigger than 12 for your first one. This one's fine. Don't go too small either because it'll be too confined to do it. 9, 10, 12, Dollar Tree. And just pick up some floral accents. And there you go. So if you want to know how to do the fairy lights, because if you're grabbing corks, you might as well ask for bottles too. Use your bottles. I'll be doing some more fairy lights as well. That was just a real quick one that I did. I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. And I have to give a shout out to my husband who set up my art room for me. I am totally set up. I have this, you can't see it, but I'm going to do another video on that one later. I have one wall that is totally a work desk. It's my computer, my crafting area, my sewing area. So it's so cool. And then right now I'm working on that picture for a client, and then I have my drying wall behind me. So all those pieces you see behind me, they're just pictures I'm working on because I paint in layers. I'm kind of ADD. I squirrel, I bounce. So that's pretty much it. That's how you make a wreath. So if you have any other questions, personal message me. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. We are done for today. It's that easy. So do a shout out for corks. Have fun with them. Remember when you're putting them on, take the part that's got the hole in it from the cork and just glue that to the other side. You don't need to show that hole unless you want to. Don't be afraid to get in there and just have fun with it. Your accents can be anything you want it to be. And I will post that when I get it done for you to see the finished wreath. And check out Hallies Little Treasures if you want to see all the different things I've made. There's 2 different sites for Hallies Little Treasures, but it's really easy to find if you go on my Facebook. Just look under, you know, my bio part and just click on Hallies Little Treasures. There's 2 of them. One's an inventory page and one is my sign-up page for my classes. So that's pretty much it for today. As my daddy would always say, have a good day and a better tomorrow. And as I would say, may the Lord bless you and keep you safe. And just, Debbie, you're welcome. And just enjoy having fun creating. And just look for more videos because I think I'm going to go for just sharing. I've got all kinds of ideas up here that I want to share with you. And I'm blessed to be able to do this with you. For now, ciao. I'll talk to you later. Bye.